What if I told you there's a hidden clock inside you that has nothing to do with your driver's license? For decades, we all figured aging was a one-way street. But scientists have found this biological clock, and even better, they've discovered we can actually wind it backward. This isn't science fiction. Today, we're going to break down the science and give you the 4 key pillars you can use, starting now, to literally get younger from the inside out. So how on earth is this possible? First, let's get the difference between your chronological age, how many candles are on your cake, and your biological age, which is how old your body actually is. You've seen this in real life. We all know someone who's 60 but looks and feels 40. And sadly, we probably know someone who's 40 but seems much older. That difference comes down to something called the epigenome. Think of your DNA as a computer's hardware. It's the physical machine, and it doesn't change. The epigenome is the software. It's the operating system telling your genes which programs to run. It can't rewrite your genes, but it controls which ones get switched on and which get switched off. One of the key ways it does this is through something called DNA methylation. Picture tiny little volume knobs on top of your DNA. These knobs can be turned down, silencing a gene, or turned up, letting it be heard. As we go through life, everything, our food, stress, sleep, all of it, fiddles with these knobs. Over time, the pattern of these knobs changes in a really predictable way. Back in 2013, a scientist named Dr. Steve Horvath figured out he could look at the pattern on 353 of these specific spots to create what we now call an epigenetic clock. This was the first clock of its kind, and it's freakishly accurate at predicting someone's age. But it also reveals your true biological age. A faster clock means you're aging quicker and are at a higher risk for disease. A slower clock means you're winning the game. And the best part? Unlike your DNA hardware, this epigenetic software can be updated. For a long time, the idea of reversing your biological age was just a cool theory. But now, we actually have proof. A groundbreaking pilot study published in the journal Aging gave us the first real evidence that you can turn back your epigenetic clock with nothing more than diet and lifestyle changes. Here is what they did. Researchers took a group of healthy men between 50 and 72. For 8 weeks, they put them on a specific program involving diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management. The results were pretty stunning. At the end of just 8 weeks, the group on the program had lowered their biological age by an average of 3.23 years compared to the group that did nothing. Let that sink in. In 2 months, they got biologically younger. This study, led by Dr. Kara Fitzgerald, was designed to specifically target those DNA methylation patterns we just talked about. And while it was a smaller study, the results showed that your biological age isn't set in stone. It's flexible, and it listens to the signals you send it every single day. So, let's get into what those signals are. Here are the 4 pillars they used that you can start using today. First up, and maybe the most powerful pillar, is what's on your plate. You've got to start thinking about food as information for your genes. The study diet was all about providing nutrients that directly support healthy DNA methylation. You need to load up on what scientists call methylation donors. Think of these as the raw materials your body uses to keep those epigenetic off switches working properly. The most important ones are nutrients like folate, B vitamins, and betaine. You'll find these loaded in leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as beets, lentils, asparagus, and eggs. The diet in the study was heavily plant-based, so a good rule of thumb is to fill at least half your plate with colorful veggies at every meal. Next, the diet was packed with powerful plant compounds called polyphenols. These are found in things like blueberries, green tea, and turmeric, and they help make sure the whole methylation process runs smoothly. Finally, it's not just about what you eat, but what you don't. The program cut way back on sugar and processed foods, which are known to mess up your epigenetic signals and speed up aging. The diet also focused on getting protein from lean sources like chicken and omega-3 rich fatty fish like salmon instead of red and processed meats. The goal is to give your body a constant stream of high-quality instructions, and that starts with real, nutrient-dense food. Pillar number 2 is exercise. But not just any movement. The right kind of exercise sends a powerful anti-aging message straight to your DNA. In the study, participants were told to exercise for at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. The intensity sweet spot was moderate to vigorous, not a lazy walk, but not an all-out sprint either. Basically, you should be able to talk, but it should feel like a bit of a challenge. So why does this work? That level of exercise puts a little bit of healthy stress on your cells. This good stress activates your body's internal repair crews. It tells your body to clear out old, junky cells and build stronger, more resilient ones. Some studies have even shown that regular exercise can change gene expression in your muscles, literally making them younger on a genetic level. The best anti-aging workout plan has some variety. Try to mix in moderate cardio like brisk walking or cycling to boost your heart health, and add 2 or 3 strength training sessions a week to maintain muscle mass, which is a huge factor in longevity. For an extra kick, you can even throw in some high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, once or twice a week. Those short, all-out bursts are amazing for your metabolism and overall fitness. Okay, before we get to the last 2 pillars, which are just as important for turning back the clock, if you're finding this useful, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We're always breaking down the latest science into simple, actionable steps for a longer, healthier life. Pillar number 3 is the one we all sacrifice way too easily: sleep. Sleep is not just downtime. It's when your body's cleanup and repair crew gets to work, clearing waste from your brain, fixing damaged tissues, and locking in memories. More importantly, it's when your body does a ton of epigenetic maintenance. The study had participants aim for an average of 7 hours of sleep a night, and that's not a random number. Research shows again and again that getting a solid 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is crucial for the repair processes that keep your biological clock from speeding up. When you're constantly short on sleep, you're robbing your body of that critical repair window. Not getting enough sleep is linked to more inflammation, a weaker immune system, and, you guessed it, faster epigenetic aging. So, make sleep a non-negotiable. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and phone-free, and try to stick to a regular sleep schedule. Your body will thank you. And the final pillar is a big one: managing your stress. Chronic stress is like pouring gasoline on the aging fire. It keeps your body locked in a fight-or-flight mode, flooding your system with stress hormones like cortisol. This fuels inflammation, which damages your cells and messes with your DNA methylation, basically putting your biological clock on fast forward. The study used a simple but incredibly powerful tool: daily breathing exercises. That's it. Participants were guided through relaxation techniques twice a day. This wasn't just to feel calm. It was about changing their biology. Mindfulness and meditation have been scientifically shown to literally dial down the expression of genes that cause inflammation. In some studies, these practices have slashed inflammatory markers by more than half. You don't need to become a monk. Just taking 10 to 20 minutes a day to sit quietly and focus on your breath can make a huge difference. Whether you use a guided app or just count your breaths, you're sending a powerful signal to your epigenome to switch off the stress response and turn on the rest and repair programs. Taming your stress isn't a luxury. It's a biological necessity for slowing down aging. So the science is pretty clear. Aging isn't the fixed, downhill slide we always thought it was. That biological clock of yours is surprisingly flexible, and you have way more control over it than you think. The 4 pillars we talked about: a diet focused on gene-healthy nutrients, a smart exercise routine, 7+ hours of quality sleep, and actively managing your stress, are the keys to winding that clock backward. Remember, the changes in that groundbreaking study happened in just 8 weeks. That's how fast your body can respond when you start giving it the right signals. The power to get younger is literally in your hands. It's in the food you put on your plate, the choice to get up and move, the commitment to a full night's sleep, and those few quiet moments you take to calm your mind. If you like this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of a long and healthy life. And check out our other video on the best foods for brain health right over here. Thanks for watching, and here's to a younger you.